Thank you for joining us at KCTV English News. I'm Angel Kim. The national union election on Wednesday have resulted in a change of leadership in the majority of unions across Jeju Island. Of the 32 unions on the island, 21 have elected new union leaders. The sitting leaders of 19 unions ran for re-election, with only 9 being successfully voted back in. Union leaders serve 4-year terms, and they are given authority over budget planning and project execution, as well as the responsibility of hiring staff. The previous landowners of the now-defunct Jeju residential resort complex have received a favorable ruling in their lawsuit to revise the reconciliation measures made previously by the court. Chief Senior Judge Lee Jae-kwon of the Jeju Administrative Department at the Gwangju High Court has ruled partially in favor of the landowners. 11 landowners filed a lawsuit against JDC and the Jeju Provincial Land Expropriation Committee to cancel the land expropriation decision. Chief Senior Judge Lee explained that the construction permit for Jeju complex has become invalid, so the recommended reconciliation measures are no longer legitimate. The Jeju Employment Center has caught 70 people committing unemployment fraud. Fraudulent activity included neglecting to suspend unemployment benefits upon being hired, falsely reporting the reason for terminating a job, and colluding with business owners to receive unemployment benefits. The Employment Center has ordered the offenders to pay a combined fine of 120 million won, in addition to returning all benefits received. Criminal charges were filed against offenders who received more than 1 million won in benefits, as well as those who were guilty of collusion. The city of Jeju is streamlining the process for construction permits. The Construction Authorization Department can now directly authorize managerial changes and construction delays for small-scale buildings and residential development districts. The city will revise the Architectural Authorization Manual next month and will distribute them accordingly. Jeju City will replace water meters that have been in use for over 8 years. The new meters will be equipped with an anti-freeze device as well as a backflow prevention system. The service will be free of charge. Replacements planned for 2019 include a total of 5,500 new water meters for Dong administrative districts and approximately 3,800 new meters for municipal areas. There are currently about 113,000 water meters installed in Jeju-si. Last year alone, over 1,200 were damaged and over 900 were reported to be defective. Another week has passed, and that means Film Focus. Here's Mike Laidman with what's new in local theaters.
The opening of Captain Marvel last week gave the 2019 box office a much-needed kick in the pants. So let's try to keep things rolling, shall we? This week sees the opening of a thriller meant to keep you from ever having fun again, as well as an animated title called Tall Tales, a French movie about some cute little bugs that's now getting an English release. Here's a little tip: if you watch Tall Tales after Escape Room, you may actually regain your sense of adventure and shed some of your fear. Maybe. In the meantime, welcome to another edition of Film Focus. I'm Mike Laidman. The last decade or so has seen the explosion of escape rooms all around the world, and they've even made their way to Jeju over the last couple of years. The premise is simple. You're taken to a room or rooms and must use your smarts and clues to escape. But here, the stakes are just a tad higher. Escape Room is a psychological thriller about 6 strangers who find themselves in circumstances beyond their control and must use their wits to find the clues or die. If that doesn't sound like your idea of fun, I'm not blaming you. But if we take a step back, we'll see that while the movie starts strong, it finishes weak. Not something you want in a thriller per se. It is tense though, offering some smatterings of both Saw and Final Destination. It will satisfy if you're a fan of the genre, but just don't go looking for miracles.
Have you ever seen things that weren't there before?
I am not imagining this.
Surviving is a choice.
I want him to let me out of here now. That's why they chose us.
And just like last week, here's one for the kids. When Apollo, a kind-hearted traveling performer and ingenious cricket, lands in the village of the funny little bugs, the whole kingdom is about to be disrupted. The beloved reigning queen bee Marguerite is soon kidnapped on the orders of her jealous and treacherous cousin Wendy, who sets up a trap to frame Apollo for the crime, causing panic and despair in the hive. It's quick, it's cute, and it should please the young ones. It's not going to win any awards for its animation, voice acting, or, well, story, but there is enough whimsical charm here to keep the audience occupied for 77 minutes, which is sometimes just enough.
Refresh your mind with canola flowers and trekking. Experience the beauty of spring on Jeju at Sangyeowon Tulip Festival, which runs through April 7th. Enjoy a unique and modern take on the works of Gustav Klimt at the new Bunker de Lumière. Taking a look at our weather, looks like we'll be starting off with cloudy skies in the morning, but they will give way to the sun later in the day. For the details, here's your forecast. The morning low in Jeju City will be 6 and the afternoon high 13 degrees. Down south in Seogwipo, temperatures will fall between 5 and 14. The low before lunch in Seongsan will be 4, and the high in the afternoon, 13 degrees. Across the island in Kosan, a low of 6 in the morning, warming up to a high of 11 degrees. And up on the mountain at Songpanak, the morning low will be -2 and the afternoon high 9 degrees. Out on the water, winds will be out of the west and northwest at a speed of 9 to 16 meters per second, and seas will be between 1.5 and 4 meters. And here's what's in store for us over the next few days. That brings us to the end of today's newscast. Thank you for joining us, and remember that you can now find us on YouTube at KCTV E News Jeju. See you next time.